Hey, this is Jay Chatfield, Loving Yourself to Life. This is brought to you by Grace Guidance, where you can find me and all of my services on graceguidance.com, where we encourage you to live, inspire you to love, and heal, really. And just all around, come here to live your life on purpose, however long that may be, because sometimes it takes us a while, right? So, as a healer, most of us are. But not everyone takes the calling of a healer because in order to be a healer, you have to heal. And it's very easy to say, hard to do because all of the things that you don't feel like support you in life and your healing, right? So I was sitting here watching that Kurt Franklin interview that he had with Shannon and Cam, and then the Den of Thieves thing is on. And the whole time I'm watching it is maybe he knows, I've never heard him say it, but Kurt Franklin is a healer, but he's one of those master healers because he has the ability to create something that infiltrates you when you don't know it's infiltrating, that can heal you, and then 5 months later you'll think about it. Like, that is a powerful, powerful thing, right? And in order for him to be that person, he had to go through some yeah. And most of it is the inner turmoil of where he was placed in his life. So I know a lot of people don't believe that we come here to work on ourselves. We come into the flesh to work on ourselves, but that's them. Do your research. It's for you. But I've come to realize that we came here to work on ourselves, right? And in the capacity that we work on ourselves, that's the capacity that we heal. The more we heal, the wider that thing gets. And because he had gone through so many things in his life, those songs was him pouring out from him and his higher self, his relationship with God, the divine, but also spreading it out to people that needed it, that was assisting people. Because we know music is the most powerful healing, you know, modality. It's an energy healing. This is just what it is. The energy of the song will make you jump, lay down and cry, make you happy, reflect. And it couldn't have happened in a most perfect way for him, even though he still has all of the things that he still needs to deal with to continue to produce. But it never stopped him because that's what fueled him, right? And I'm not saying like when he's completely healed. When you're completely healed, you're out of here. But I'm not saying that all the things have. He still probably has another masterful work in him because he still struggles with one of those bigger core things of abandonment. And that's something that I do still have to work through on different levels. When he talks about not talking to his mom, that hits. But the reason that I got there is because I had to let it go. As a healer, you really won't even learn. If you don't have anybody in your life that's walking next to you, you won't have anybody to help teach you that these things are for you to experience and observe, but not to be involved. But like I say, all of the construct of this world teaches you to be involved and to not heal it. That's why we hold on to it so long. You hold on to it. I mean, he's in his 50s. Although he can still function through it, it still gets him emotionally. So we're not taught to let it go because we are, as healers, here for those who need healing doing those, in those areas, but we need to experience it. Now, I've said this a couple of times. Everybody hurts differently. Everybody hurts differently. Everybody's trauma comes differently, but the emotions are the same. Whether someone husband slept with them or their sister left them or whatever, that betrayal feels like betrayal. It wouldn't have one name if it didn't. You know what I'm saying? It will be called, this is betrayal level 1, betrayal level 2. No, that betrayal is that feeling, that hurt, that deep pain is the same. So I don't need to go through the same thing. So people who are, you really need to to really lay off that. I can't tell you what to do, but when I talk to some of my clients, they'll say, well, you don't understand. This didn't happen to you. Well, I felt the same way you did, baby. I can describe it to you, and when I describe it, they're like, "Oh, but I don't need to go through the same thing. I just feel it." But that's why there's only a couple of things that we can go through. So I want to kind of put this all up because I think I want to tackle a couple of these in pieces. You have to let go as a healer because you need you to be your highest self in order to do your purpose and your job. And you won't even feel free until you do that. You won't feel that until you get to that point. Like at almost 45, I'm still 33. Like I'm really getting it why I was raised by my aunt and not my mom. And I talk about it all the time because my mom could not teach me what my aunt has taught me and continues to teach me. She don't have the tools. I knew who I needed to be when I came here. I knew I was going to miss my mom. I knew I was going to miss my dad. They don't. I just saw my dad last week and it's just like somebody sitting there and but I care about him. But there's no heart to heart type thing going on. Same with my mom, when I talk to her. Because like I said, I had to let go. And that took years of me learning how to let that go because that was hurting me. Shannon made a comment to Kurt and he said, why can't you get you and your mom in a room and you have a mediator? You cannot have a healing conversation about yourself and your healing when that other person refuses to be in a self-awareness and accountability of what has transpired throughout the relationship. It will frustrate the hell out of you. I know, trust me. There is nothing that you can do outside of yourself with that person. You're going to have to reconstruct that thing in your mind and build that within so that you can be okay. So that when someone bring it up, you don't get teary-eyed. Because I used to just bawl and cry. I could never talk about this. But you have to get to a point where you're no longer affected by that. You don't just break down, oh Lord, we don't talk. We don't talk. Not because I don't care. I can't do anything with someone that is in denial. And that I can do that with, I can relate that with Kurt Franklin. Get in the room with me and because do it for yourself. Even if you're not a healer. I mean, I believe everybody is in a capacity, but there are some healers that are just, do it for yourself. You have to learn how to let go. We're going to do it again. We're going to talk about how to do this, how to let go, because these are the healing 5 minutes. That's now 10. But this one's a deep one because I know people who really, 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 really struggle with letting go and living their lives on purpose. Until next time, this is Jade Chatfield. Do something for you that only you will love. Have a love yourself day.